Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, man. Again, I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all clicking. I appreciate y'all wanting to see what's going on. In this specific video, this isn't a reaction video. This is a video about pushing forward. This is a video about not giving up. This is some words of encouragement. And it's a quick story time of a few things that I've been through where I was like, man, I can't keep going. I can't keep pushing through. But I needed to, you know what I'm saying? So I remember about 13 years ago, you know, it was, you know, it was around the time my daughter was born, and I was going through a lot of different shit, right? I was going through a lot of different shit. I didn't know where I was at in my life. I didn't know where, what I was career wise, what I was gonna do. Niggas having a daughter for, you know what I'm saying? Niggas having a daughter and not, that's a scary thing within itself. And then you're not secure with like your money situation, you're not secure with your career, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got a stable place to stay. You kind of like, at the time I was staying with my sister, um, and that wasn't the best living situation, but it was better than what I had. I just lost my apartment. You know what I'm saying? So I find out that I'm having a kid, right? And I'm like, God damn, like I'm barely surviving. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding out I'm having a kid, but I'm barely subscribed. I'm barely surviving as it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping on her flow at the time. You know what I'm saying? And me and my daughter's mom, we wasn't really rocking like that, like that. We was going through what we was going through. But I was just like, man, I'm not in a position to have no kid, right? And I'm just like, I'm praying to God every day. I'm like, yo, like what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And again, like I've always made money, but I've went through, just like everybody else, I've went through my ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like I've made money. I've made a lot of money at times. I haven't made none at times. And this particular time, it was like I had just got suspended from barber school. I was in barber school. For those of you who don't know, I'm a barber by trade. Been cutting hair since I was 13. I'm 34 now. So I've been in it for a minute, right? But at the time, right, I'm, I just got suspended from barber school, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I don't got that. And prior to me doing that, well, as I was doing that, as I was in barber school, I had a job. I was a home health aide. So from high school, I got in barber school like right after high school. So from high school um to like a few years out, I was a home health aide. So I was like working with like kids on the spectrum. I was working with like the elderly and just kind of helping them, with their day-to-day stuff, right? So, I'm like, I'm finding out I'm having a child, and I'm like, yo, like I'm suspended from barber school, that's on pause right now. I'm doing this home care thing, but they not giving me no hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not making no money doing that. So I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence, and I'm debating on what's on what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I decided, I'm like, man, I need to start. You know, prior to that, I was doing like a little street shit. Hitting little licks here and there, but it wasn't no real money. It wasn't even no money for real. Sometimes you'd get something, sometimes you wouldn't. And for those of you who don't know, like hitting licks, I mean like stealing. Like I was like whether you robbing a house or whether you breaking into somebody's car, whether you coming up on some type of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's what hitting a lick is, right? So at that time, again, I'm like, I'm debating if I'm going to be doing this hitting lick shit full time. You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna turn up on this 9 to 5 doing the home care shit and try to get more hours or get with a different agency because they staff you, like, you get with an agency and they basically find you work, right? Am I gonna do that, or am I gonna you know finish this barber school shit and do that full time? So I'm kind of like in a whole situation where I'm like, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So like this is like one of my lowest points in life because again, I'm having a kid. I can't even take care of the kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know where I'm, how I'm gonna make money. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So what I end up doing is I was just like, I gotta decide on something, right? I gotta decide if I'm gonna again do this street shit full time, do the 9 to 5 thing, um, or cut hair full time, right? And I was also thinking about going to school, because again, fresh out of high school, I went to barber school. So I'm thinking about going to school to be a registered nurse. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I can be a registered nurse, or I can go to school and do physical therapy. You know what I'm saying? Either or, right? But school is gonna take time, and I need money now. I need to get secure now, right? I need to figure this shit out right now. So what happens is I'm like, all right, you know, I gotta make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And I end up making the decision of going to barber school, right? Or finishing barber school rather. So I go and finish barber school. I start going back to class and shit. And again, I got suspended because I got into a fight, which is a crazy situation within itself. But I got into a fight, and that's why they suspended me, whatever. But nevertheless, I end up getting back into barber school. I'm cutting hair, you know what I'm saying, getting my skills together, and I'm like, things is getting a little better. Things are getting a little better now. As things are getting better and the dates getting closer to me now having a child, my first child, as things are getting closer, now shit is getting more serious. I'm like, okay, boom, I gotta be ready. I gotta be ready, right? So again, like I'm so nervous because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do, how to do it. My pops wasn't really there. So I'm like, I don't know how to be a man, how to be a father. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So I was at a point where I'm like, yo, like I'm breaking down a lot of times, like, yo, I don't know what the fuck to do, and I pray a lot. I'm not the most religious person, but I'm a very spiritual person. So I pray all the time, every day, all day long. I'm praying, God, lead me in the right direction. God, push me, God, help me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I end up being able to finish barber school, and my baby's coming. You know what I'm saying? My baby's coming. And I'm like, I'm finishing barber school. My baby's coming. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting in a better position. Now I'm able to like, you know, have a little bit of more money, a little bit more money coming in. Because again, when you first start cutting hair, it's not consistent, right? You might make one day, you might make $100, $200. The next day, you might not make shit. Next day after that, you might not make shit. Next day after that, you might cut one head and make $20. So now but you have to be there, and if you're not there, then it's just like, okay, well, you're gonna miss those clients. Now I could still do this home care shit, but it's just like, that's cool money, but this will make me a lot more money in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So my baby finally comes. I'm like, okay, shit, like, damn, I'm a father now. You know what I mean? And I'm just now, trying to navigate being a father, right? So I'm like, you know, I don't know what to do because again, like I wasn't, my grandmother adopted me. She raised me. My mom and my grandmother, and I had a stepdad. I still got a stepdad, right? He was there, but you know what I'm saying, like we don't got that type of relationship where it's like, this how you be a father, this how you do this, this how you do that. We just never had that type of relationship, right? So I'm trying to figure this shit out, and again, like not having a pops is like you don't know what the fuck to do. You kind of just on some, I'm just figure it out. I'm gonna just make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? So things are getting a little better. I'm cutting here, I'm cutting here, I'm cutting here. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I'm trying to navigate having a whole child, right? So I'm cutting hair, I'm making money, but now I'm like, well, shit, I don't got a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, again, like I said earlier, I'm between situations, right? I'm living with my sister, or whatever. I'm trying to figure it out. I end up moving with my boy Eddie. Um, and man, I love him to this day. Love his grandma to this day. They let me stay at their crib. You know what I'm saying? So now I got my baby. I'm staying at their crib. You know what I'm saying? And I'm figuring this shit out. I'm figuring this shit out. I'm like, okay, boom. Now I got somewhere to lay my head. That's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where I want it to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, Eddie, that's my dog to this day. So it was like, you know, just being around him was a good time because he's a positive dude. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to do that. So now I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm going through the ups and downs because again, I don't have the money's okay, it's not consistent. And I remember fucking getting into it with one of my boys because I cut his hair, and that haircut was my diaper money for my daughter. That was my diaper money. You know what I'm saying? So I remember I cut this dude hair, and again, it wasn't no like this shit was like it was like $10. You know what I'm saying? But that $10 was part of the money I needed to get these diapers. So I'm fucking like I'm hot because I cut his hair, and he was just like, yo, like, I can't pay you. I pay you later. And I'm like, nah, nigga, I need the money, bro. I need the money. And he like, nah, bro, I ain't got it. I'm like, bro, then why the fuck would you get a haircut if you know you ain't got the money? Like, why would you do that? And he's just like, nah, bro, you tripping over a haircut, man. You my nigga, like, I got you. But I was trying to knock this nigga head off. I'm fucking hot. I'm like, nigga. So I'm sitting there plotting on like beating this nigga up, finding this nigga like, cause he disappearing, he not picking up the phone. And I'm like, that $10 meant so much to me because that was my diaper money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that shit, again, this is now I'm feeling I'm back in a fucked up situation because you can't even buy fucking diapers and shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm praying, I'm praying, I'm praying, I'm praying. I'm trying to stay positive. And that's what I always say, man, stay positive, and if you see somebody down, uplift them. You know what I'm saying? Give them some words of encouragement because it's those little small things that help a person. You know what I'm saying? So again, at that time, I'm fucked up, but I'm praying, I'm praying, I'm praying, and different people around me is giving me words of encouragement. Eddie was one of them people. His grandmother was one of them people giving me words of encouragement. My mother was one of them people giving me words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? And so I keep going. I don't give up. I keep going. I keep going. I keep going. And luckily, I started getting more and more clients. Boom. I started getting more and more clients. Boom. Now I'm doing better. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, boom. I'm making more money, more money, more money. Just when I didn't have again a month or two prior, I couldn't even buy a diaper. Now I'm making 100 a day consistently, 150 a day consistently. $200 a day consistently, $250 a day consistently, $300 a day consistently. Now I'm in a position where I could really do, you know what I'm saying? I could really get in position and really be a better father. So fast forward, I'm able to do more things. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to get on my feet. And it's really because I stayed positive through the situation. I pushed myself. Now I'm able to have certain things, grinding over time. You know what I'm saying? I almost gave up. You know what I'm saying? Again, I almost went to like fucking hitting licks and robbing people and shit to be able to feed my child. You know what I'm saying? Or scamming somebody or whatever the case may be to feed my child. And that wasn't the best thing to do, but it was like I was willing to do anything. But now I'm like, yo, I see that if you just stay the course, if you stay positive, if you pray, make sure you praying every single day. Even if you feel like God ain't listening, make sure you praying every single day. Things will happen for you. It don't matter what you going through. It don't matter where you at in life. It don't matter what you didn't have. It don't matter what you feel like, you know, didn't happen for you. It don't matter what you feel like, oh, God not blessing me, God not paying attention to me. I'm telling you, he's listening, he's watching. You know what I'm saying? But you have to stay positive and stay focused on the goal. So 2025, make sure that you stand focused on the goal. Make sure that you are focused. Make sure that you are understanding that you cannot give up. You might be this close. Again, I was fucked up. I'm talking about couldn't pay for diapers. In just a few months, I was able to make consistent money back to back to back to back to back to keep building up. And I still go through this shit, right? I still go through ups and downs and slow times and things like that and just regular life shit. You know what I'm saying? But you pray on it, you stay positive, you keep pushing no matter what. You have to vow to yourself and to your child, into your family, that I'm going to get out here and be the best that I could be regardless of the circumstance, right? And that's how I was able to get through, is because I vowed to myself, like, yo, and I vowed to my daughter, hey, I'm not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? She was a baby. She wouldn't even, she don't know what's going on. But I'm fucked up. I'm like, I was at a time where I was like, nigga, I'm ready to do whatever. I'm ready to rob a bank. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, let me stay on the right course, because the last thing I want to do, and that's why I tell younger dudes, like, especially with kids, like, be careful, man, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can't be there for your kid. That's the dumbest shit you can do. Is, oh, I gotta go rob this bank or whatever because I'm trying to get some money for my kid. I'm gonna hit this lick. I'm trying to get some money for my kid. Put yourself in a situation where you can't ever see your kid. You know what I'm saying? So again, stay positive, stay focused on the goal, keep pushing yourself, and understand that God got you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this helps somebody. I hope somebody can hear this story and be like, God damn, like, you could really make it. You know what I'm saying? You could really push. You could really, you know what I'm saying, get out your situation. You know what I'm saying? You could be down. You know what I'm saying? You could be down and you could really turn your life around. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I turn my life around. And again, like, I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in a situation where I'm comfortable. But I'm not too comfortable. I'm still pushing. But I'm in a situation where I'm really able to do the things that I've wanted to do for my child, and I'm able to continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to have something. You know what I'm saying? So again, keep God first. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. Keep pushing and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So again, I hope this helps somebody. Make sure y'all drop in the chat. Let me know. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Keep supporting the channel. And man, let's stay focused 2025, man. Let's get to the bag. Let's keep pushing ourselves. Let's keep pushing one another. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody down, pick them up. It takes nothing. It takes nothing to say, hey, man, hey, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? It takes nothing to recommend a book. It takes nothing to recommend a YouTube. Hey, man, watch this video. You know what I'm saying? It takes nothing from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I turn my life around. Appreciate y'all watching. Love.